Hello and welcome back to the world of the spirit consciousness. This is a continuation of the book study session on the astral body and other astral phenomena. We are in the middle of the second module discussing the composition and structure of the astral body. And in this particular session, we will be discussing the structure of the astral body. So in this particular video session, we will be discussing its appearance, the inseparability of the physical and the astral matter, the central and the outer part of the astral body, and about replenishment of the astral matter. Coming to the appearance of the astral body, it varies as per the stage of development. We will see that shortly how it is in an undeveloped man, in an average moral and intellectual man, and in a spiritually developed man. We will be very briefly discussing about the colors, which of course has a separate entire module to it. And we will be speaking about something called the centers of inflammation. Now, discussing the appearance of astral body as per the stage of development. In an undeveloped man, the astral body is like a cloud, loosely organized mass of astral matter with a vague outline. It has a large portion of substances from the lower grades. It is gross and is dark in color. It is also very dense. It is so dense so that the outline of the physical body can almost be lost in it. It is fitted to respond to stimuli connected with the passions and the appetites. The astral body in size extends in all the directions about 10 or 12 inches beyond the physical body. The lower portion of the ovoid tends to be larger than the upper. The astral body has an appearance of an egg with the small end being uppermost. How is the appearance of an astral body in a person of average moral and intellect? So here the astral body is much larger. It is spread till about 18 inches outside the body, and its matter is relatively more balanced. It's finer in quality and it is brighter due to the presence of the rarer kinds of astral matter. The outline is clear and definite. Coming to the appearance of the astral body in a spiritually developed man, so here the astral body is larger than that of the average moral or intellectual man. It is made up of the finest particles of each grade of astral matter. The higher grades constitute a much larger portion here, and the upper portion of the ovoid tends to be larger than the lower. So the small end of the egg points downwards. So we may recollect that in an undeveloped man, we had discussed that the small of the ovoid of the egg is, is on the upper side. So this is how the body of a lesser developed man is constructed. For a spiritually developed man, the astral body would appear something more like this. However, the astral body has a tendency towards symmetry. So the astral matter tries to partially reassert its inherent nature of symmetry, and therefore the egg-shaped appearances tend to be temporary. Coming to the colors, so there are specific aspects of colors of astral bodies too, and in the undeveloped types of people, the colors are coarse and muddy. It slowly becomes brighter as the man develops emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So the name Astral, inherited from medieval alchemists, signifies starry, intended to allude to the luminous appearance of astral matter. However, the colors of astral body is a very vast topic and it shall be dealt with separately in an appropriate chapter. Coming to the centers of inflammation. So the astral body has centers of inflammation in it. So they are similar to the boils in the physical body. They are very uncomfortable and are weak spots through which energy leaks away. These centers not only not resist evil, but they also prevent the beneficial impact of good influences. Unfortunately, this is a very common condition. This can be resolved by eliminating worry, fear, and annoyance. Students of occult must not have personal emotions that can be impacted under any situation. So that brings us to the end of the subsection called the appearance of astral body. In the same video, we shall now be discussing the inseparability of the physical and astral matter. So everything physical has corresponding astral matter which is associated with it. This physical and astral matter cannot be separated from each other except by application of a very strong occult force. In such cases, the separation is temporary. Once the occult force is withdrawn, the physical matter and its corresponding astral matter get back together. So the cohesion with the living astral matter is stronger than its attraction towards the severed portion of the physical. So what they're trying to say over here is that if you have a person having a limb over here, so if some part of the physical body is removed, let's say this is removed, the astral part counterpart of the limb will not be carried away with the severed limb. So the astral limb will remain here and the physical arm will go away. Now, since the astral matter is used to a particular form, being in that way for some time, it will be in that original shape for a while. But then soon enough, it will withdraw within the limits of the maimed form. The astral body of a tree whose branch has been cut behaves similarly. In the case of an inanimate body, or let's say an object, say the pen or the stylus which I'm holding right now, there is no individual life that maintains the cohesion. Hence, when the physical object is broken, the astral counterpart would also be separated from each other. Now let us consider this as the pen and this has a astral counterpart to it. Now when you break it from here, you will have two parts of the pen over here. There is some astral matter here and there is some astral matter here. In the case of a man, we had seen that if you take out this part, the astral matter corresponding to this limb stays over here and the limb gets away. So the next part, the central and the outer part of the astral body. The central part of the astral body and the outer part of the astral body is something that we'll be discussing in this subsection. So the central part of the astral body will go like this. The matter of the physical body has a very strong attraction for the matter of the astral body. Hence, most of the astral matter is within the limits of the physical body. Almost 99% of the astral matter is within the limits of the physical body. The remaining 1% fill the rest of the void, forming the aura. If I have to explain this, let us suppose this is a man and I have the astral matter and the astral body. Now, 99% of the astral matter will stick within these confines, and the balance, this is 99%, and the balance 1% will go about forming the astral aura. This is the 1%. Hence, the central part of the astral body is of the same shape as the physical body. The central part is hence very solid and definite. Hence, it is quite distinct from the outer aura. It is usually termed the astral counterpart of the physical body. However, the exact match of the astral body with the physical is only of the form. It does not involve any similarity or functions in the various organs. This shall be dealt with more clearly in the chapter on chakras. Coming to the outer part of the astral body, which is also called as the astral aura in human beings, the astral body of a man permeates the physical body. It also stretches around it in every direction. That part of it that stretches beyond the physical body is usually termed the astral aura. So when a person is having intense feeling, the aura tends to be larger. An enlarged aura is a preceding condition for initiation. Further, the qualifications should also be visible in it. The aura naturally increases with each initiation. It is believed that the aura of Buddha was 3 miles in radius. What about the astral aura in inanimate objects? Every physical object has its astral counterpart, but the astral particles are constantly moving like physical liquid. Hence, there is no permanent association between any one physical particle and the astral matter that at that moment may be acting as its counterpart. Usually, the astral aura of an object extends a little beyond the physical part of it. Hence, physical objects can be seen surrounded by an astral aura. Now, coming to the last part of this particular video, replenishment of astral matter. So, the astral body also wears away slowly and constantly. However, the matter that is lost gets replaced by matter from the surrounding atmosphere. So in the physical body, we have the normal process of eating and digesting food. Here, the matter gets replaced from the surrounding atmosphere. So regardless, the feeling of individuality that astral body has is passed on to the new air particles as they enter. Further, the elemental essence that comes with each man's astral body feels itself as a kind of entity in itself, and hence it acts in accordance with what it considers its own interests. So this brings us to the end of this particular video session. In the next video, we will be touching upon the subject of astral matter and astrology. Stay tuned.